Alright, what's up guys? Back for another video. Most of us are ready to write our informative essay. Let's go over the introduction. Remember that in your introduction, two jobs as a writer. One, get the reader's attention. Two, tell the reader what you're going to be writing about. Pretty simple. The grabber I want you to use is a quote. Okay, a quote from either about your topic or from your topic. Let's look at three examples from my essay. Track the first one here. Quote, I would rather have one of them die than to have them grow up weaklings. This is what Theodore Roosevelt, the 21st President of the United States, said about his children. These words represent not only Roosevelt's toughness, but his conviction. Teddy was a man of principle. Adversity, and especially his response to adversity, shaped his life and eventually his legacy. A sickly child stricken with horrendous asthma, young Theodore found strength in the outdoors. He would go on to become the youngest and most unique president in U.S. history. He changed what it meant to be an American and changed the presidency forever. A couple things I want you to notice. One, the quote. Make the quote interesting and have it reflect what that person is all about. Two, after the quote, explain what the quote means and why it's important, why it represents your topic. Okay? And then three, explain why your topic is important, okay, with a few main points about what you're going to be writing about. So again, get the reader's attention with a quote, tell the reader what you're going to be writing about, but especially explain why your topic is important and why people should care. Okay, make them want to read about this person, make them want to read about this event or this topic, no matter what you're doing. Here's my second one. Okay, as a good writer, you always write more than one introduction, and then you pick your best one. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Theodore Roosevelt was a man of many words, but he could back them up. In his lifetime, he served as the Secretary of the Navy, Governor of New York, and was the commander of his own cavalry brigade during the Spanish-American War. He did all of this before taking over the presidency of the United States after William McKinley was assassinated in 1901. When he wasn't lifting weights or hiking trails, Teddy was dissecting animals and making scientific discoveries. The world may never see a leader like Theodore Roosevelt again. So again, got the reader's attention with the quote, explain what the quote means and why it represents your topic, and then give the reader a good idea about what you're going to be writing about. So third one, again, start with a quote, get the reader's attention. Theodore, you may have the mind, but you do not have the body. And without the help of the body, the mind cannot go as far as it should. I am giving you the tools, but it is up to you to make your body. These words, spoken by the father of Theodore Roosevelt to his young son, went on to define the future's president life. So I'm explaining why the words are important. Diagnosed with a near-fatal case of asthma as a young child, Theodore had to make the choice to quit or to push forward. From the moment his father spoke these words to him, he decided to take control of his own fate. He pushed himself physically through hiking, boxing, weightlifting, and football. This grit and determination would also launch him into a successful political career, culminating with the presidency of the United States. Explaining why this person is important, get the reader to want to read about this person. Okay, why should they care? Why would they be interesting to keep reading about? Okay, start with a quote, explain the quote's importance, why it represents your topic, and tell the reader a little bit about what you're going to be writing about. Make sure it's interesting, not just where they were born and how many sisters they had. Nobody cares about that. So here's three intros to look at. Make sure that you write a good intro, get the reader's attention, and explain what you're going to be reading about. Now let's go over the informative essay expectations. 2 to 3 pages long, 14-point font, nothing bigger than that. No colored fonts. I want it to be black so it's easy to read. Introduction and at least 3 sections. So your introduction does not count as one of your sections. You have an introduction and then the 3 sections you did research on. Of course, correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar. That should go without being said. How are you going to be graded? I'm going to get an individual grade on each of these objectives. First one is basically your introduction. Okay, second one, please don't just use a bunch of facts. Make it interesting by giving some anecdotes, some real-life stories, real-life examples about your person, or about your events, or about your topic, your thing, whatever you're writing about. Okay, so anecdotes, descriptions, statistics, quotations, either from the people around them or from the actual person, or quotes from about your topic. The third one, obviously it's going to be in the sections with good subheadings. I do not want your subheadings to be early life, okay, or Theodore's childhood. Okay, you need to be more creative within that. I can use transitions, that's transition words, phrases, and sentences to connect your ideas, your paragraphs, and your sections. Of course, formal language, no misspellings, don't include language like you're just talking to your friends at lunch. And then the conclusion should kind of sum up the main ideas, explain again the importance, and provide closure to your essay. Okay, you'll get a total score at the end. It'll be the average of all those objective scores. Reminders: your purpose is to inform your audience. Okay, not to argue. You can still use quotes and evidence, but not as much just cited. It should be mostly paraphrased. Explain the impact. Why is a topic important? How did this person think change the world? Okay, I don't care about just a bunch of information. I want to know, and from your perspective, and the perspective of what you've been researching, how did they change the world? Use a variety of information, anecdotes especially, to make your topic feel real to the reader. Okay, that's all the information I have. By the end of today, I want a really good introduction and a really good start on your essay. Keep going. You are going to be including visuals. So providing visuals, they can be graphs, they can be pictures that support the ideas of each section. So aim for about 2 to 3 visuals total, pictures in your essay. Okay. Thanks, guys. Any questions, raise your hand.